Hi students, in the previous exercises we modeled corridor with one baseline and one region. A question many people ask when working with corridors is at what point do I need another region? The answer is simple. If you need a different assembly, you need a different region. So in this exercise we will step out through adding an additional region to an existing baseline. You can open 1001 multi-region corridor from description link. If you did not get this drawing, just write down in the comment box and I will send you this drawing. This drawing has been split into two model space viewports so that you can observe the results. Now select the corridor, and from the corridor contextual tab above modify corridor panel, here you will see corridor properties. On the perimeter tab of corridor properties, just notice that there is a baseline containing a single region. Now click the icon in the end station column for the region here to pick a new end station in the drawing. The corridor properties dialog temporarily disappear. The drawing contains line work representing the edge of pavement for this network of roadways in this subdivision. You will be using your endpoint of snap along with this line work to define multiple region in this corridor. In the drawing, with your cursor anchored to road C, stretch the station picker south and post snap to end point of the left arc where it intersect road C edge of pavement here. Just click the corridor properties dialog reappear. Notice the new end station value here. Then click apply and rebuild corridor if prompted. Move the corridor properties dialog aside to review the corridor in the drawing area here. Just notice we can also close this one, and you can notice that the corridor region now stops exactly at the beginning of the curb return leading into road B. You would not want the curb and gutter, sidewalks and daylights to shoot through the intersection on the right side of the road. In this situation, you need another assembly, one without curb and gutter on the right, since it is needed only in the intersection area. You will add a region that picks up where the first region left off and ends at the endpoint of opposite curb return. Just back into the corridor properties, parameter tab, then right click the region and select insert region after. In the create corridor region dialog, using the drop down menu assembly, under the assembly you can select left daylight, right pavement. Click OK to close the create corridor region and then click the ellipsis button in the target column here. So you can set the targets for new region under the surface. This assembly contains a daylight subassembly, so you must need to set the surface target. In the object name column next to target surface, click none here. You can select from here, and you can also select existing surface from here also. Click OK to close the target mapping dialog box and click OK to close corridor properties and rebuild the corridor if prompted. Also close the event viewer if open. The new region was added, but it is extended to the end of road C, which was not the intent. Next, we will split that region into two and assign another assembly to finish part of the corridor. Select the corridor and open properties again from the contextual tab. On the perimeter tab, just right click here. Now you can see we have two regions under one baseline. Select the corridor and open properties. We already have done with them, and we will do same like we have done previously. Select endpoint here, and no, we don't need to finish this corridor. We will just split them. Just right click and select split region. Use your endpoint of snap to select the point where the curb return on the opposite side of road B meets the edge of pavement of road C here. Just select endpoint and then choose this and press enter. If you see warning dialog referring to 0+00 being outside of the station limit, click OK to continue. Back on the perimeter tab, you now have three. You must have three regions, but we have done with multiple clicks here before. That's why we have 5. So the last region requires an assembly here. This one. From assembly column, you can select here the full section, then click OK. For this region, we need to set the target. Click against the target, and here you will see set all. We need to select existing surface, then click OK. Click OK to close corridor properties and rebuild the corridor if prompted. The corridor along road C is nearly completed with the exception of curb return, as you can see here. Instead of moving into building out the region required for the curb return, you are going to switch gears for a bit and look at building a cul-de-sac region. Then after you build the cul-de-sac, we will also learn how to use intersection tools, which automates the process of creating region, assigning assemblies, and designating the target. So stay tuned with us for more exercises. Thank you so much.